I mentioned the word, I mentioned the Lord in that song, and a guy said to me after the show, I don't think you should be singing about the Lord, you know, taking the Lord's name in vain, but I don't think I was. I'm not a religious person, you know, I'm not, I was brought up supposedly a Protestant. I don't really know what that is, particularly, but I was lucky growing up. I had a mother and father, which not everyone has. Very lucky, very lovely people they were. They're both gone now, but my father was my first hero, you know. And the only thing I really knew about being a Protestant was that I went to a Protestant school, you know, and I wore a blue blazer. And I had to walk past a Catholic school when I walked home from school, and they had maroon blazers. And that meant that on the way home I would get bashed by the guys in the maroon blazers. That's just the way it was. So that was my experience growing up of religion, was getting bashed. So I never fancied it that much. And I remember walking home from school one day, and these three guys were walking towards me, and they knew they were going to bash me. I could just tell by the strut of the stride. So I thought, oh fuck, I'll attack them first, they won't expect that. Preemptive strike. So I just ran at them. And I kicked the guy on the outside, and I kept running. And they got a shock, you know, an initial shock. And they started chasing me. And they were gaining on me, because I wasn't a very fast runner. I was very stylish, but not very fast. I remember running along, looking at the shop windows, thinking, fuck, you're looking good. Just run a bit faster. I looked down the street and I saw my father's car parked. The passenger door was open, and he's just standing next to the door going. I just fucking flew into the car. He goes, not today, boys. Saved my skin, he did. My daddy. My hero. And then when my mother passed away, I was at a funeral, and a friend of mine said to me, don't worry, Colin. When you pass away, you'll get to be with your parents forever. And I said, oh, forever? And he said, yes. I said, not just every other weekend then. But lovely people they were. I knew my mother's love was unconditional. I always knew that. Oh, there you go. I was watching a movie with my mother just a few weeks before she passed away, 10 years ago or so, and I was watching this movie with her, and I was in the movie, which made it even better. I was with Guy Pearce, and in this film, I played this bad man. I was a murdering policeman, and in this particular scene, I pushed this guy who was in a wheelchair into a swimming pool. And I was drowning him with one of those swimming pool poles. And drowning this guy, and at that point I turned around and looked at my mother, and she said, he probably deserved it. I could do no wrong. Knock a guy off and she still loved me. No worries. This is a song called Starfishing Unicorns, because we, oh, there you go, somebody clapped. It's funny when you start a clap and nobody joins in, you've got a decision to make. We let my mother and father's ashes go in Melbourne, Port Phillip Bay. Melbourne's on a big port, on a big bay, you know. And so my sister and brother and I, we went down there. It was very sad and emotional, and we let them go on the water. And it's one of those things that's very sad for a while, and then it becomes really funny, because it was such a big fucking cloud of ash. It was a huge health hazard for the whole area. You know? What the fuck is that? Billowing smoke everywhere, you know? Just my mum and dad. No, it wasn't us. No, I don't know. It was just here. We were just here. Anyway, the ashes settled on this family of starfish. Your voice is in my phone. I will always wait for you to get back to me. I come here on my own, down by the water tower, where we dreamt our lives away. Under rocks and stones, where the secrets of starfish and unicorns live. This is your new home, down by the waterside, where you'll never be alone. The bay is still and grey. We had coffee in Shahrazad, and that's all gone away. But I can see you now, like it was yesterday. And our love was an imperfect love, our horns ever locking. There were years of not talking, innocent of heart. It was us against them. Then you had to leave us to carry on till the end. Winding mind of the boulevard, and dreams they come and go, of starfish and unicorns like